Dear students, last class we started organic chemical reactions. We know that organic reactions are totally different from inorganic reactions. For an organic reaction, we need two things. Number one, substrate. Number two, attacking reagent. So we have two common attacking reagents. They are nucleophiles and the electrophiles. From the word, we can easily understand. Nucleophile is a species which are nucleus loving species. Okay. Nucleophiles are the reagents. They are nucleus loving species. So they need positive charge. Always it will attack nucleus. Electropositive centers can be attacked by nucleophiles, right? So nucleophiles are the reagents. They are having more affinity towards electropositive center. They are nucleus loving species. They will attack electropositive center. Since they are attacking electropositive centers, they will have a negative charge or some neutral molecules with lone pair of electrons can act as nucleophiles. So generally, nucleophiles are negatively charged ions or certain electron-rich neutral molecules. They will have lone pairs. To donate a lone pair of electron to electron deficient center, it will make a covalent bond. So we already studied Lewis bases are electron pair donors. These electron pair donors will act as nucleophiles. Many examples of nucleophiles I have given. We take neutral molecules, ammonia, amine. In both these neutral molecules, lone pair of electron present on nitrogen will act as nucleophile. So this lone pair of electron can be donated to Lewis acids. Then water, alcohol, ethers, lone pair of electrons present on oxygen. Hydrogen sulfide and thiol. Sulfur has lone pair of electrons. Then negatively charged ions, you take halides, chloride, bromide, iodide. These can donate a pair of electron to electron deficient center to make a covalent bond. Then hydroxide ions, alkoxide ions, carboxylate ions. In all these, oxygen bears negative charge. Cyanide ion having negative charge on nitrogen. So these are all examples of nucleophiles, nucleus loving species. Next one is electrophile. So the next attacking reagent is electrophile. From the name we can identify that these are the reagents which are attacking electron rich centers. So they are electron loving species. It will attack electron rich centers. Okay. So they are having more affinity towards negative charge or electron rich centers, so that electrophiles are positively charged ions or else electron deficient neutral molecules. When you take Lewis acids, they are electron pair acceptors, right? So electron pair acceptors will act as electrophiles. Examples of electrophiles: some of the neutral molecules, carbon dioxide and dichlorocarbon. So here carbon is an electron deficient one. Then neutral molecules like aluminum chloride, boron trifluoride, ferric chloride, they are electron deficient molecules. The metal atom is electron deficient. Then positively charged ions like carbocations, protons, alkyl halides, nitrosonium ion, nitronium ion, these positively charged ions are electron deficient in nature, so it will attack electron rich center. So these are all examples of electrophiles. Okay. So attacking reagents are nucleophiles and the electrophiles. Next, what is electron movement in organic reactions? During organic reactions, we said chemical bond will be broken in the reactant side, new chemical bond will be formed in the product side. So for that, there will be movement of electrons. In organic molecule, we have a covalent bond. The electrons of a covalent bond is considered as bonded pair of electron or shared pair of electron. The electrons which are not involving in bonding are considered as lone pair of electron. So these bonded pair of electron and lone pair of electrons can be moved from one place into another place, right? So electron movements are common. If a bond is broken, if a chemical bond is broken, the bonded pair will be shifted as other type of electron. Okay, so electron movements are common in organic reactions. There are three type of movements. A lone pair electron can become a bond pair electron. A bond pair electron can become a lone pair of electron. A bond pair electron can become another bond pair electron. Okay, so these three are common. Consider H plus ion and OH minus ion. Two oppositively charged ions are coming closer, so that the lone pair of electrons present on oxygen is made as bonded pair. So there is a formation of covalent bond between oxygen and hydrogen. A lone pair of electron on oxygen is becoming a bonded pair of electron. Then take one more substance, CH2 plus O minus. There is a positive charge on carbon and a negative charge on oxygen. The lone pair of electron on oxygen is transferred or moved as bonded pair of electron, so that we get a double bond. Then how a bonded pair of electron is moved as a lone pair of electron? Take a water molecule, the bonded pair of electron is moved as lone pair of electron, so we get ions H plus and OH minus ion. And you take a neutral molecule, HCHO, this is formaldehyde. The bonded pair of electron is moved as lone pair of electron, so that we get a substance with both charges, CH2 plus O minus. And the third type of movement is one bond pair will be moved as another bond pair. You take two oppositively charged ions, H plus and BH3 minus. One bond pair can be moved as another bond pair, so that a new bond is formed between hydrogen and hydrogen. Okay. So here the bond is broken, one bond pair becomes another bond pair. Okay. So many examples have given. So this is called electron movements. Next, electron displacement effects. This is mainly caused by heteroatoms and the environment. So in substrate molecule, some of heteroatoms nearer to the carbon will make some displacements. You take a ethyl chloride, CH3, CH2Cl. The chlorine is a heteroatom. The chlorine attached with carbon is making an electron displacement. So the heteroatoms present in the molecule are nearby reagents. So many things are responsible for the displacement of electrons within the molecule. Okay, so we are going to study four different electron displacements: inductive effect, resonance effect, electromeric effect, and hyperconjugative effect. Four common electron displacement effects are there. First one, inductive effect. So this is called I effect, inductive effect. The definition is given. So inductive effect is nothing but change in the polarization of covalent bond. In organic molecule, covalent bond is existing between two carbon atoms. The polarization of covalent bond is changed due to the presence of adjacent bonds or adjacent atoms or adjacent groups, and this inductive effect is a permanent one. Okay, so electron displacement effects may be permanent or temporary. This inductive effect is a permanent one. Now we can take ethyl chloride. So in ethyl chloride, the chlorine is more electronegative than the carbon. Okay. So due to mutual sharing of electron, a covalent bond is formed between first carbon and the second carbon. The same way, due to mutual sharing of electron, covalent bond is formed between chlorine and the first carbon. But electronegativity is more for chlorine. Chlorine has more electronegativity than carbon. So bonded pair of electrons are moving towards chlorine. So we already studied what is electronegativity. It is nothing but tendency of an atom in a molecule to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself. So the shared pair of electrons are moving towards the more electronegative chlorine. Because of this displacement, more electronegative chlorine gets negative charge, least electronegative carbon gets slightly positive charge. Complete transfer of electron is not possible. So the tendency of chlorine is more, so that electrons are displacing. Carbon gets slightly positive charge, chlorine gets slightly negative charge. So a polarity is induced in the molecule, and this phenomenon is a permanent one. So inductive effect is of two types, minus I effect and plus I effect. If the electron displacement is caused by high electronegative atoms or a group of atoms with a positive charge, we call the effect as minus I effect, minus inductive effect. You take fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, they are all highly electronegative atoms. So high electronegative atoms are group of atoms with a positive charge will be called as minus I groups or electron withdrawing groups. So when electron withdrawing group is present, the displacement is called minus I effect. And this is the order of inductive effect. Okay, so order of minus I effect. Next, instead of high electronegative atoms, high electropositive atoms are group of atoms with negative charge. It will make a plus I effect, okay, plus inductive effect. Examples, alkyl groups, common examples, alkyl groups, and other examples are alkali metals, then group of atoms with negative charge like alkoxide ion, okay, methoxide, ethoxide ion, and carboxylate ion. Next, order of plus I effect. Generally, alkyl groups are plus I groups or electron releasing groups. So, comparing methyl, in ethyl, electron releasing tendency will be more. Okay. Comparing ethyl, if you take isopropyl, electron releasing tendency will be more, two methyl groups. Comparing isopropyl, tertiary butyl has more plus I effect due to the presence of three methyl groups. Okay. And what about the effect of inductive effect? Okay. Inductive effect is making changes in the chemical reactions. Okay. So it just affects the rate of the reactions. You take tertiary butyl bromide. This is tertiary butyl bromide. The reactivity will be increased because of minus I effect. The bromine is minus I group or electron withdrawing group, so that due to minus I effect reactivity will be increased. If you take aldehydes, if any electron withdrawing group is present nearer to the carbonyl carbon, nucleophilic addition will be favored. The carbonyl carbon will become an electron diffusion center fast. Okay. Then inductive effect is making changes in the acidity also. You take monochloroacetic acid. This is monochloroacetic acid, CH2Cl COOH. This is electron withdrawing group, minus I group. So this effect is called what? Minus I effect. Comparing monochloroacetic acid, dichloroacetic acid has 2 halogen atoms. So minus I effect will be predominant. So comparing mono, dichloroacetic acid has more acidic character. Comparing this, trichloroacetic acid has 3 chlorine atoms. So acidity will be more for this one. Okay. Then this is due to plus I effect. So here 3 electron releasing groups present. Comparing this, here 2 electron releasing groups, so acidity will be more. Comparing that, here only 1 electron releasing group, acidity will be more. Here no electron releasing group, so acidity will be more for formic acid. So with this we complete first electron displacement effect called inductive effect. Tomorrow we will start electromeric effect. Thank you.